Good morning, Year 12. Welcome to the Year 12 Induction Day on Monday, the 6th of July, 2020. It's an induction day with a difference. It's obviously virtual, something we've never done before, so please bear with us. But I hope you find it enjoyable. I hope you find that the day will allow you to explore the subjects you're interested in quite a bit of detail and give you a better preparation ready for September. That's ultimately the key part of today. There are other elements which you'll be able to access through the school website in terms of videos which you can watch, which are short bite-sized videos on different aspects of sixth form life. But the key thing about today ultimately is you meeting subject tutors and going through essentially a lesson-based experience. First thing, the slide I want you to look at, what do you see? There are three pictures on there. The top one is essentially a scene with blue sky, some clouds, some flowers in a field. But look very closely. If you look really closely, you should be able to see the words optical illusion. If I use the bottom left-hand picture, again, there are two pictures depicted within that one picture. There's a picture of an old lady looking to the left as you're looking at the screen with a pimple on her nose. And if you look very carefully again, you can potentially see a young lady looking away as well. Again, depending on your perception of how you're looking at it, will probably determine what you do and don't see. And finally, the bottom right-hand picture, you'll see probably a skull, or again, if you look very closely, you might see that it's a lady looking into a mirror with her dressing table in front of her. I've used this one for several years now, and albeit my daughter's now 8, she drew this when she was about 2. Again, what is that to you? You might think it's 3 blobs and some funny lines on the page, but to me, that's actually a picture that she did of myself, my wife, and her on a lovely sunny day walking the beach at Perranporth, and she drew that when we got back. Hard to believe, I know, but yeah, your perception is probably very different to mine. Final one, what is this? Well, of course, it's a paperclip, but again, it doesn't have to be. Your initial impression of something or your perception of something can change. And that's partly what today, hopefully, is going to be all about for you with your subjects. Because just look what can be created with a paperclip. As you can see, multitude of different arty things, some beautiful designs which have been created there just using a paperclip. So again, it doesn't have to be just a paperclip. So points I want you to consider when you're considering your perception, I guess, of NT6. What is it like? You might have no preconceptions about it. If you're one of the external students, you won't really know what Tretherras life is like, so it will all be new to you anyway. But points I want you to consider, not necessarily just today, but moving forwards towards September. Number one, size of the sixth form. Relatively speaking, we're quite a big sixth form for Cornwall, but in the grand scheme of things compared to some FE colleges, you could say we're considerably small. We're about 250 students across year 12 and 13. So the nice thing about that is it's relatively intimate. Everybody knows everyone. Or likewise, there's no places to hide if things aren't going so well. So, you know, if we could always come and find you and put some intervention work in place and get you back up to speed if needs be. Your size of your A-level class, probably the average size of a class at NT6 is somewhere between 10 and 12, very small. This allows a lot of classroom interaction between you and your subject tutor, and that can only be beneficial for you moving forwards with your results. The staff knowing will treat you with respect. Well, you'd like to hope for that of anywhere, but they definitely will at Tretherras. Particularly as you move into the sixth form, your relationship with the subject tutor will, I'm sure, develop and become very different to what it was like lower down the school, partly because of the intimacy of the classroom and the class sizes. They will get to know you even better than they did before, and you'll be able to work really, really closely with and get some amazing one-to-one feedback. You'll have independent study time built in throughout your timetable. This is something that you're going to have to develop as a skill, and hopefully something you've had a big opportunity to do during this COVID-19 pandemic, which we've had, because with respect to most of you, you won't have been in a classroom since the middle of March. and you won't be stepping back in a classroom until September, which is, well, coming up towards 6 months, which is a long time to be out of education. You will also be given assistance and help if you're falling behind with your studies. We track and monitor your data throughout the year, and if we deem that you are going to be or seem to be falling behind with your work, we will put some intervention in place via the subject tutor, liaising with the likes of Mrs. Harbisher and Mr. Rowlands in order to assist you, get you back up to speed, and get you where you need to be in terms of your target grades. The key thing is to make sure that we will leave no one behind over that 2-year period of you studying that course. So the plan for the day, obviously you might, I'm hoping you're watching this quick briefing or introductory briefing now, and then the lessons run throughout the day. They are scheduled for an hour. It might not last the whole hour. It might be 40-45 minutes, but if you can make sure you're prompt to your computer and to Microsoft Teams ready for the start of your lesson so that staff can let you in, ready for a prompt start at the 9 or 10, 11, 20, 12, 20 or 2 p.m. start slots, that would be really helpful. So your assistance in that would be much appreciated. And you can see there throughout the day the time slots and which subjects will be running then. If you feel that you'd like to experience another session throughout the day, by all means contact the member of staff who will be running that session via a quick email, or even contact sixth form team to let us know so that we can notify them, and they can obviously invite you in so that you can take part in that particular session as well. So other things to consider, well, there's futures for medics, teachers and Oxbridge, Duke of Edinburgh Award, ABBA, NT Sports Quads and NT Sport Recreation. They're all other things which you can consider once you start with us in September. And there are, again, as I said before, some small bite-sized videos which you can go onto the school website and view, which will hopefully give you a little bit of a more detailed insight into those particular aspects. But as a quick overview, the Medics, Teachers and Oxbridge programme is exactly what it is. It's for students who are looking to aim to move into those vocations or that area of higher education, and it'll be a specific group which is set up, which you will then be supported and work towards throughout, making sure that obviously we get you as successful as possible place at a medical institution, Oxford, Cambridge, or get you the relevant work-related experience you'll need in order to apply to become a teacher. Duke of Edinburgh Award, something you might have done already with bronze and silver, but even if you haven't, you can just dip your big toe in with gold straight away. We run liquid gold and solid gold award, something which Mr. Lucas has run very successfully now since he started with us at Tretherras, and looks absolutely amazing as a qualification on your CV, as well as the enjoyment you'll get out of it and fulfillment of actually completing the award in the first place. ABBA, which is set up by Mr. Tench and overseen by him, very briefly, is targeting your students aiming at A-star A or on the BC borderline, and that will again be a bespoke group set up, and you will work with a member of staff. You will meet regularly, have small tutor sessions, and you will work towards your goals with the guidance of a specific member of staff. You've then got the NT Sports Squads, such as the netball, football, etc. By all means, get involved in those on a Wednesday afternoon. Not to mention, there's a full program of recreational sport on offer as well through the gym, sports centre, rackets, you name it. There's an opportunity there for you to let your hair down and do a little bit of exercise. So I can only recommend that. And Miss Bray will be heading that up. So any more information, obviously, if you want to go and see her, she'll be able to fill you in on that in more detail. So a couple of last things from me. The big one is enjoy the day. I hope you get out of it what the idea of the day is, which is a better perspective on what September will bring. And just to fill you in, the Thursday the 20th of August will be GCSE Results Day. Remember, you've already received a letter regarding the plan for the day, with you getting your results sent virtually through an email from Ofqual, and then if needs be, there'll be a further email from ourselves, the sixth form team, giving you some more information about what the next steps are and what you need to do. And finally, Friday the 4th of September is when we hopefully welcome you with open arms for the start of your academic year here at NT6. So all I can say is now, I hope you enjoy the summer. I hope it's as fulfilling as it can be. I hope we don't have any more COVID-19 based lockdowns or anything of that ilk, and I hope that tends to go away and you can enjoy yourselves as much as possible. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact the sixth form team via either the NT6 email address or just telephoning us on the number. We're more than happy to help you at any point, advise you in any which way. So please, like I say, don't hesitate to contact us. Enjoy the day, guys, and I hope it is fulfilling for you. Take care. Bye.